This is Kilkenny Rugby Club. The earliest mention of a rugby club in Kilkenny was in 1886, and over the years the club has experienced many historic victories and titles. Kilkenny RFC aims to be a community-based club which develops rugby for all age groups, assisting players to reach their potential both on and off the field. With sport in Kilkenny being so prolific, it's only natural that the county's rugby team aims to compete at the top level.
I'm Director of Rugby, my name is Ger MacDonald. I would have played in the 1986, I would have won a Towns Cup medal in 1986 with that team. And again, then I was coaching in 2001 when we won the Cup again, and 2002. The club is steeped in history, especially in the Towns Cup. Back in the 50s, we won the Cup in 1955, 1959, and at that time, the Towns Cup was the big competition in junior rugby.
The thing that stands out to me with Kilkenny Rugby Club, and you talk about what makes it special, and for me it's the blow-ins. The Kilkenny always go on about the X number in the match day 20 from the underage system, and they're so proud of everything the youths and minis are doing, and rightly so, because it's an incredible job that's going on. But at the backbone of that is probably a blow-in. We had a life member, the third life member in the history of Kilkenny Rugby Club, was a Cork man. We've got Vinny doing incredible work with the youths and the minis, and he's another Cork man. I suppose that it shows how inviting Kilkenny Rugby Club is, how important it is. When you're involved, you just want to stay involved. And everyone is just feeding back into the club and just wanting to try and make this club better.
Winning the Towns Cup last year, yes, the best feeling. I've won a few things over my career, but I think Towns Cup's right up there. Probably one of my favourites. The first half of the season it didn't go very well, and we just came together. Come the new year, sort of January, February time, came together as a team pretty well, and yeah, that put us in good stead.
Oh, it was brilliant, yeah. I'll never forget the night we won. It was brilliant back here in the clubhouse. Everyone seemed to be here, and the party lasted for a week. It was great. It was brilliant.
In 2022, the club managed to capture the coveted provincial title, the Towns Cup. For the first time in over 2 decades, where they won back-to-back titles, the cup came back to the Marble City. Now, in 2023, the club embarked on once again creating history and defending their Towns Cup crown. After dispatching of Ashbourne and an inspired performance versus Gorey, Kildare Rugby Club now stood in the way of another final appearance.
Hi, I'm David O'Connor. I'm a player coach for Kilkenny Rugby Club. I've been part of the club since I was about 10 or 11 years old. Having played here and a couple of clubs up in Dublin as well. Yeah, look, the buzz over the next few weeks is just something that I haven't experienced anywhere else before. Towns Cup is just something special.
You're looking back and you're always hearing about the winners in 2000, winners in 2001, and that monkey was on our back for a long, long time. We really close misses in 13 and 14. I think we lost the finals by a combined of 4 points. So yeah, it was eating away at us there for a long time, but thankfully last year it all seemed to come together, and what a feeling it was.
To experience it as a player, it's a phenomenal feeling. To experience it as a coach, it can be a good feeling, but it can also be quite a nervy feeling as well. So yeah, a lot of preparation gone into the match this weekend against Kildare.
We've got 40, 50 boys out training. The seconds having an absolute stormer at the moment, and we've got a massive game, a semi-final on Sunday, in one of the best competitions that I've ever been involved in. Towns Cup, it means so much to a lot of people in Kilkenny.
Doc, our coach, gave us a really nice reception just before the Gorey match for the quarter-final. We had a huge number of past winners in the clubhouse, winners from those teams in 2000 and 2001, and they each spoke about their memories. And I suppose the one that stood out was a voice note from Michael Hogan. He was on the Towns Cup winning team in 1959. Now we tried to do the maths to figure out what age he was, but he just spoke so eloquently and so clearly about the Towns Cup and what it meant to represent Kilkenny Rugby Club in the Towns Cup. And he had those memories from so long ago. It really struck a chord with a lot of boys in there.
We're really looking to go one step further, really try and win this weekend, because we've got a huge contest coming up against Kildare. Really excited, great buzz around the place. great club to be in, especially at this time of year. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Playing with the club since I'm 5 years of age, and to win a Towns Cup last year was absolutely incredible. So to win it back to back would be even better. So hopefully this weekend we get over the line.
We've got a huge game on Sunday. Really looking forward to that one. Get over that line and then we go for the next one. So yeah, it's a really exciting time of the year.
If you'd said to me start of the season that we'd be in another Towns Cup semi-final, I'd be over the moon. So yeah, look, buzzing for this weekend, really excited, and yeah, hopefully we'll find ourselves in another cup final in a couple of weeks.
As darkness enveloped Fookstown, the club's home since 1976, the final bits of preparation were being put in place for the huge task that lied ahead. The anticipation was high, but the belief was there. Kilkenny have turned their sights on retaining the cup. It was destination Portlaoise. It was Kilkenny versus Kildare.
Semi-finals are always difficult. There's always a bounce of the ball in it, and that game was no different today. It went to and fro. We probably let them back into it by throwing 50-50 balls, when if we just built phases, it probably could have given us a better opportunity to get on top. But look, we take the win. If you give us that scoreline beforehand, we would have taken it. 1 point is all we wanted. Roll on to the next day.
An incredibly tough day, I think. Kildare, in fairness to them, made it very tough on us. They have a huge pack, but I thought we dug in well, and yeah, looking forward to the final now, and looking forward to the couple of weeks training ahead and the buzz leading up to the final. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, a lot to work on. Probably wasn't our best performance. Let Kildare into the game easily, but fair play to them. They made life very difficult for us, but a win is a win in Cup Rugby. That's what it's about, whether it's ugly or not. And nothing's going to beat the next 2 weeks trying to get the quality back up for a big Towns Cup final chance to retain. So good buzz after all, and everyone's very excited, I'd say.
Yeah, can't wait.
So obviously Tullow in the final. We knew Tullow-Carlow was going to be a ding-dong battle, local rivalry, and they're just neighbours of our own as well. So look, we've know a lot of the Tullow boys. They'll know a lot of us. Morris, the coach, as well. Sean O'Brien's there, so they've plenty of experience on the sideline. We know it's going to be a huge event, huge contest. But look, we're looking forward to it with plenty to improve on, plenty to work on, and roll on 2 weeks' time.
Generally, we'd know a lot about the teams that we're playing against. Kildare, I don't think I've played them since maybe under 18s, maybe under 20s. So I knew very little about them, but lucky enough, their coach had coached us previously. So we had an idea of what type of game they were going to play. Like, we would try tailor some certain drills or some certain moves to maybe target a certain area of their defence or their attack. for sure. But that was one team that we actually went into almost with a blindfold. We knew very little about Kildare. We knew they had a very strong pack, really strong scrum. They destroyed teams in their division in the scrum. That was an area that teams targeted for us. They targeted our scrums, but on the day, bar maybe 2 or 3 penalties in the match, I think we did quite well there. We win a big game like that, just like Gorey, you have to celebrate those moments. I'm not one for banning drinks or banning late nights, apart from maybe the week before the final. But no, you have to celebrate those. Like they're real fond memories of mine. Like whether you win the cup or whether you draw the cup or win the cup or lose the cup, you do look back at the quarterfinals, you do look back at the semi-finals, you look back at the celebrations after that, and they're really moments that bring a team together, that bond players together. And yeah, we definitely celebrated after Kildare, that's for sure.
After all was said and done in the semi-finals, the holders Kilkenny and informed Tullow meet in the 2023 Bank of Ireland Provincials Towns Cup final, with the anticipation rising amongst players, fans and those within the club. Attention from the management team needed to be on how to prepare for a monumental task, and which 15 players and replacements would don the club's crest over their heart on the day.
To define the term culture is quite difficult to me, but I think little things can really create a culture, can really bring teams together. Going back to the Towns Cup final last year, we got these cards printed off after the semi-final with the team on one side and then the years of the Towns Cup victors at the other side. And I went around to family members, like either parents or wives of players, and they sent out the cards to friends and family and they signed the cards, and when it came to team selection they got the cards, and it was a really emotional period. It was a week before the Towns Cup final, and it meant that they had a bit of time to relax after, but it was something that really got lads together.
Really appreciate everyone making time to come out here. Certainly, you know, back in my day I would have loved something like this, so credit goes to David for organising this, you know what I mean. He obviously trying to think outside the box again this year, and you know, certainly if I was playing Sunday, I definitely really appreciate having someone from my family here present me in a jersey today, because you know, Sunday is going to be a big day for these players. You know, I think 9 of them, you know, haven't started or haven't played in one, so you know, certainly for those guys, and there's some guys that are in their 4th one, so you know, they'll know all about it. But really do appreciate it. You're a big part of the club, and for anyone that's, you know, first time here, you're all very welcome. So, but thank you very much. So I suppose first we'll start with number 1, Brian Howe. Number 2 in his 2nd final, Ben Devlin. So number 3, obviously Doc's giving away our Spanish import, Abel. So again, number 4, one of 9. Sorry, obviously Damien and Abel were definitely one of the 9, and so was Howe. So just with us since Christmas, Jake Callback. So obviously number 5, another import, but this one speaks English, Damien Lahey. Number 6, man, that's no introduction, Wes Carter. Number 7, the man that loves the hardship, Gary Dunn. Obviously, this comes the biggest surprise for this guy. You know, our coach, player, David, Doc O'Connor. Next man in, man of a few words, and I know I see his mother over in the corner. Definitely doesn't get it from her. Number 9, Rory McInerney. Our captain on Sunday, Jake MacDonald. Number 11, I know this man is definitely excited for Sunday. Lyndon Brannigan. Number 12, still playing, Joe Manuel. Number 13, another stalwart, Podgeman. Number 14, Hugh Corkery. Number 15, Liam Caddy. Number 16, Martin Lahey. Number 17, another one of the elder statesmen, Joe Moynihan. Number 18, Andrew Warner. Number 19, Johan Lewis. Another new addition this year, Willie Steele. Final one on the list, last but not least, Shane O'Riordan.
Similarly this year, I don't know where I got the idea, to be honest, but I just thought it'd be good to have family members present jerseys to players. And you think of teams that you've grown up playing with. You might be playing with a player, a left back in a team or a right midfielder in a team, and you know nothing about them outside the sport. So I just thought it'd be a really good idea to get family members in the same room, to get them communicating with each other. And then it's funny, like you see someone's parents and you're like, God, I know that guy. I spoke to him here, I spoke to him there. And I think there's just a lot more buy-in with things like that. And yeah, I think they're things that you can't coach on the pitch. They're really lasting memories for me. Like to have my parents there, even though I knew it was happening, it was really special to me as well.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. We had something similar last year where Doc had put together letters and things from family and sent us videos from family members. So for me, there was a letter and a video from my family back in New Zealand. So again, this year to be presented my jersey by my family, yeah, it was a nice touch, and yeah, it meant a lot.
Let's get the heads up, let's get the hips square, let's start to communicate. Doc says it all the time, left and right. Get our line, support each other, so that we're not getting caught short on the outside and we're not getting put under pressure.
Any opportunity they've had so far are our mistakes, not catching the ball off fucking kick-off or rolling away, that's it.
We'll retain ball, we'll get over the game line and we'll grab this game by the scruff of the neck and we'll fucking go at these cunts.
Fucking tell you what just happened. We've got to make it happen. And at the moment we haven't. Look up, believe it's fucking happening.
I think everyone was just disappointed because we didn't play as well as we could have. For the first 40 or 50 minutes of the game, we let ourselves down by the way we played. Too many mistakes. We let in a lot of soft tries that we wouldn't usually let in. We made mistakes that we wouldn't normally make. We just gave ourselves too much to do. Half an hour trying to make a comeback with half an hour to go when you're that many points down. It's just, we left ourselves too much to do.
I think there still was some belief there. Like, you're looking around that circle at half time, you're looking at the faces in that circle, and there's some serious talent there. So like, why not have the belief? Now, Tullow were a very good team. Tullow were a very strong team, and in the end of the day, they deserved to be winners on the day. But it could have been a very different day, but for a few little things. And look, that's the nerves of the Towns Cup. It's some people with lack of experience, some people over or underconfident. But look, that's also the joys. Like, we'll learn from that. I'm under no illusion about the challenges ahead, but I also think that we can go further. We can have a stronger team next year. I think we can do the same thing next year, hopefully. And I wouldn't be in this role anymore if I didn't believe so.
Should give us even more reason to go out and look at the Towns Cup again as a real objective. Obviously, the league will be there. The aim next year will obviously be to win the league that we're in, but the Towns Cup will definitely be our aim as well. We will be expecting to go to the final and win it next year.
I was full of pride for the team after that game. Had we wilted away when we did go behind, it would have been devastating. But to come back and get so close, I was really so proud of them. The effort that they put in to get back into that game and nearly do it.
What does the future hold? It's a tricky one, I guess. I'm really excited about it. For me, once the season's over, once the whistle is blown in the last game of the season, my off-season doesn't last long, because you're ringing players, you're trying to find out if people are happy, you're trying to get new recruits, whether it's on-field or off-field. But there's a huge element of excitement. Like, there really is. That team, while I said there was 11 Towns Cup winners there's 9 really young players there that had their first opportunity to play a Towns Cup, and they played in a final. I played in 4 finals. I've won 1. So, like, on your first season playing senior rugby, to be in a final is absolutely huge, and they're going to learn from that massively. Like, there's a serious, solid crew of players there, and they're going to bring a huge game to the season next year. And even looking at that seconds team as well, like, to see the season that they've had, they're going to be pushing players as well. So I'm genuinely excited about the season coming up.
The amount of young players coming up, like even this or next year, we're going to have another 4 or 5 coming up from the 18s to the senior setup. So future's looking bright.
It's every level out. Everyone is catered for here. The women's team now are having great success. The facilities are second to none. The work's been done on the clubhouse and the dressing rooms, new gym, and all the grounds. Excellent facilities for anybody.
So the future's looking bright.
The future's looking really good.
Let's go get it done in 2024.